This topic might not win me many fans, but why on earth are we internet forum denizens so proud of our ability to tear down the big guy? Why do we crap on companies that are successful who make great games but falter from time to time? Now, don't get me wrong, SimCity, EA, and even Maxis deserve a bit of a beating after the recent woes with the title's launch. But behind all the server issues lies a game that's likely one of the best in the series so far, probably one of the best games of the year so far. But it's just one in a recent, long line of titles that received some serious fan hatred in its early days. Stuff that makes the whole of the internet look like 4chan. Why on earth do we think it's a good idea to crap all over companies when they have a rough go of things? Don't get me wrong, though, it's not that sometimes they don't deserve it. Not everything is always rosy with the big publishers and developers just because they're bigger than King Kong. Mass Effect 3's ending, the Old Republic's failings, Diablo 3's launch, and now SimCity. Each are prime examples of when a big studio should be called out for screwing something up. But what is it about being a geek and partaking in nerd culture that means we must lash out and repeatedly gnaw off the hand that feeds us in any way we can? I mean, it's not like the developers don't want to bring us their best product. The very fact that their livelihood and retirement is fully dependent upon the success of their work is kinda telling that they're trying as hard as they can to make a game and a product we all want to play and enjoy for years. But wanting to do something and actually pulling it off are entirely different beasts. Would we be making such a big stink about the SimCity server woes if the game behind all the trouble wasn't so much fun? If the company behind it wasn't EA and the revered Maxis? Probably not. Would the Old Republic have had such a massive outcry of disapproval against it if it wasn't from BioWare, if it wasn't Star Wars, and it wasn't, again, Electronic Arts? Would Diablo 3 have received such a backlash if it wasn't trying to live up to the impossible expectations of 10 years of Diablo 2 fanboyism? The rose-colored glasses of nostalgia ruined D3 for people, not Blizzard, well, not just Blizzard. Don't get me wrong, though, there are two issues here, bad games and bad launches. Maxis and EA should be doing everything in their power to make the horrid downtimes of SimCity this first week up to their customers. The game was packaged as a service, and if you can't meet the massive demand, and that's the reason the service is readily unavailable, you better well be ready to make amends and offer up some sort of reparation. It just so happens that EA will be giving out a free game via Origin come March 18th to all affected by SimCity outages, so I guess that's a start. Plus, last time I checked, the game is actually playable most of the time right now. Yay for progress. Well, then there's Diablo 3 and its launch day catastrophe. The same issues that are plaguing EA and Maxis now plagued Blizzard just months ago. It may be easy to point the blame at games which previously had offline play being online only in an effort to stem piracy, and I see the merit there. Hell, what happens if Diablo 3 goes offline and we want to play it? We won't be able to unless between now and then, Blizzard make it available to us offline. But the argument of when buying a game becomes merely purchasing a service and not the software itself is probably a rant for another day. My point is that we shouldn't just slam the big games when they're bad, but also the little ones too. I mean, when was the last time we crapped on a game from a small publisher that deserved it? Oh, right. Okay, so maybe we are equal opportunity a-holes. And if we can keep this level of objectivity, I'm fine with it. Just remember, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. And there will likely be a time when Blizzard, EA, BioWare, and Maxis stand up on both legs again and wow us all. Just don't be afraid to let them know it when they do. Be as heavy-handed with your praise as you are with your pessimism. I'm pretty sure that even the best player on the field needs a little positive reinforcement now and again, just as they need to be taken down a peg or two from time to time. I'm Bill Murphy, and this is MMORPG.com's The Rant.